Hi everyone, coming on for another card tutorial. I have recently put this one up and we're going to do a kind of play on this one, okay? Just another version of it with maybe just being a little bit more frugal with our supplies. So another card base, just cut down to A6, cut down to A5 and scored in half. Okay, so our card base is done. I have got, no, I'm not sure if I trimmed this down, I think I did. Yeah, this is just a fraction smaller than the card base, okay? So I will trim my edges down to this. Now I want to use this side of my DSP, it is also from Painted Autumn. It is a retired DSP, but I'm going to use what I have. Excuse me while I refocus this. Zoom in and reshuffle you so you can see better. There we go. Right, so what I want to do is place that on there so it's going to give you the impression that I have used a full bit of DSP when I obviously haven't. I have just went through my scraps. So I'm going to turn it over and I'll use my tear tape just for quickness. Where are we? We're here. So I'm just going to place that down as near to the edge as I can, okay? Doesn't need to be perfect. And I am going to trim off the excess DSP anyway because I have got a wee bit longer. So I'll just score that and take it off. Score that and take it off. Then what I want to do is obviously I want to see the green and witty web vanilla stripe on the other side. So I'm just lining this up on my grid on my cutting mat because this is a 2 centimetre strip. So if I line that up with the 1 centimetre, it's going to give me a 1 centimetre a 1 centimetre strip like that. Okay, then we do the other side. So I'm just lining it up on there, line it up at the top. Stay put. This is where you need octopus arms or tiny children to help. Then come down to the bottom and line it up again. Around there. There we are. And we've then got our border. So I'm just going to trim off the excess. So all I'm doing is take my scissors, lining it up with the card and snip. And I am ever so slightly undercutting. My blade is ever so slightly angled. Okay, so then that's going to go in there. And you'll see what I mean. It just looks as though there's been a full bit of DSP and I haven't. Okay, so I need to add some more tear tape. I do go through a shed load of this stuff, but it's just simple, it's easy to use and there's not any hassle with it. Turn that, add a little bit here because I don't like loose flappy bits on my cards. It is one of my bugbears. If I see flappy bits on cards, I feel as if they've scrimped and scraped to make it. I don't mind frugal doing like this, but I just think if you can't even put a bit of tape on it, then what was the point? As I said, it's just me and my personal mantra. As I said, I'm just a funny person at times. Right, so that's going to go along there. And I'm just eyeballing central. That looks all right to me. So I'm just putting that down. Then I need a white strip for my sentiment. Okay, so I am just going through my card stash. It's here. Let me see. No, that's not any use. What have I got there? That could be alright. Do I want another wee bit of green on there though? So if I put that there and then that looks alright, I think. And it kind of breaks the black up a wee bit, I think. I think I might even do a tiny wee shade thicker. So let me just grab my scrap. And that was a 2 centimetre, so I'll maybe do a 3. And that'll leave me with a nice border. Let me see if I can get this lined up right. I'm a bit of a pedantic person at times. Right, so let me see. Right, so that's going to come across there like that. Yep, okay, so that'll go in there. And I really need to change my blade actually and my trimmer because it's starting to go a bit furry. And it does annoy me. Furry blades aren't good. Right, so that's going on there. Oops. So again, I will just tape that down. Right. One. Two. Right. Eyeballing it, so I want it around a centimetre. I need to tuck in, there's a wee bit of adhesive ticking out. Okay, so around a centimetre. Oh, it's fine there. Bring it across and then trim it off. Yeah, get off. So again, I am ever so slightly undercutting, but not massively. There we go, like that. Then we want our white strip on there, like that. So I'm just going to tape that down too, and I only need 1 strip on that because it's quite narrow. And this is going to be over anyway, so I can trim it. Like that. And we're just going to trim this bit off. Sorry, I keep pulling it up to me. I'll need to check that you can see what I'm actually doing, otherwise I'll need to redo it. because it would have been pointless. Just making sure that's all even. Right, let me just stick all this in the bin so that I've got a nice clean area to work in again. There we go. Put that in the scrap bin. And then we need our sentiment. So will I use the same one as I used? Or will I use another one? Let's see. I want a wide happy birthday. Not very, but we'll go ahead with that one, I think. Silly chair. Right, so happy birthday. And that's from Birthday Blossoms. Alright. And this is the red rubber one, so I am going to wing it with my ink pad, just doing it straight on. I do kind of want it really dark, but because there's only a band of black this time rather than it being really colourful, I think I might get away with it alright. I'm just going to practice it first. Let me see. Not the greatest of surfaces, but yep, that's fine. So I'll just ink it up again. Just a gentle tap. Sometimes you get folk dipping it right into the ink, and that's how you end up with halos, etc. So I'm going to try and get this on perfectly. Give it a minute for the ink to transfer, don't just throw it down and pull it back up, because the ink does take a wee second. That's alright. Yep, happy with that. Give this a wee clean over. It's still damp from when I cleaned it earlier. Need to look out my stamping press, that's really rubbish. Now, do I want to try and do a wee flower on it? Or a wee leaf? I think I will actually. Make it more feminine. Might as well while we'll get this out. Now this goes with the pansy punch, so I will use that. And what I'm going to do, if I've got enough on there, is actually do it on this if I can. Wait, and I'll actually see if I've got another one of that. I don't think I have actually. I think that was the only one I had of that. Let me just see though, I might be wrong. Let's have this. 1, 2, 3. No, I think it is the only one I had yet. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. I'm just flipping through the rest to see if I've maybe mixed it in with something else, but I don't think so. Yeah. Oh well, right, so we'll go with what we thought and we'll stamp it on this and just hope it's alright. Or will I? In fact, I'm going to stamp it on white and I'll stamp the leaves on this. Maybe. We'll see. Right, let me see. White card. What's this here? Yeah, that's fine. Just a scrap. Don't need all that. Right. Versifine. And stamp. Lovely. Got to do 2 just in case I change my mind about anything. 2. Right, and I'm going to attempt one on this because it might be nice. Now let me see if I can line it up properly so it fits. I don't know if it's going to fit. It does. Perfect. Right, let me just move that out the way now. Give this a quick scoosh over and get it cleaned. Right, and then bring in my leaves. Don't have a punch for these or a die, so I'm going to need to do them by hand. That's all good. Let me just see. So we'll go here. Lovely. And I only want one flower, but I'm not sure on the actual layout as such. So let me just stamp that on there. Perfect. Right. Throw that out the way. Oh, I think I'm going to need to have a drink, I'm sorry, but my throat is starting to get a bit on the dry side. Where did I put my kind of juice? And excuse me if you hear me slipping, it's because of my bell palsy. I can't really drink properly without a straw. So I'll try not to. That's not too bad. But I did end up slobbering slightly. The joys, the joys. Just got to get on with it. Nothing else for it. Right, what was I going to do now? Pansy punch, that's where I was. Right, so put them there. Now I have got all my punches at my side, kind of where I need them to be. Put that in there now. And they're kind of in an order where I know what they are. I've kind of got my circles together, my label punches together, and then my other ones. But for some reason, this wee daisy, there it's there. Pansy punches in the wrong pile. Right, so Now I need to line this up somewhere because I know there's a set way to punch it. That looks pretty good. Don't think I'm going to use that though. I think it's going to clash too much with that. So that will probably be a no-no. Right, let's pop these bad boys out and see what we've got. So I think that was a fluke one that I've just done. There we go, found it. Yeah, I think we'll be going with that, and I will just use my markers to colour it. Had to try and get the right word there. Words are hard at this time in the morning, people, especially when you've had very little sleep. That's not right. That looks better. There we go. Oh, sniffly, sniffly, sniffly. We've done that because we won't use that wee bit. Right. So, marker pens. You get up there. You come here. Ah. Oh. Lemon lime twist. Right, and these ones are going to be fussy cut out, so just going around. Oops. I'm hopeless at this. I keep forgetting that I'm having to stay on camera. It's so difficult when you're fussy cutting though, because it's automatic that you pull it into yourself. And again, I'm undercutting. I've got my blade angled because I like to make sure that there's not any huge white lines around it. Personal preference. I keep saying it, you do what's easiest for you. Right, when I get into this wee inside bit, I'm going to pull it in a bit because I can't see. With my Bell palsy, only one eye works really. I'm learning to get there. Right, and then we'll come round to the other side. And I am sweating this morning. I've got my hall window open, which is just outside my craft room. You can probably hear the birds singing. And I have got on this wee light t-shirt, and I honestly am sweating buckets. It's horrible. I think this is another curse of my mother. All my genetics are flawed. Whether it's my dad with my joints and my arthritis, my mother with my diabetes, and oh, shoot me now. Right, so for this I want really pale on my flowers, okay, and I'm going to go for straight on these. So I'm just going straight in, and there's already quite a bit of markings on the flowers, so I'm not fussed about texture in it. Normally I would maybe go in and shade it a wee bit, but I don't need to do that because there's already kind of shading on the marker, on the stamp, and you'll see I'm going right up to the edge, even over the black, because if there's any white showing, that will colour it and make it blend. There we go. That's that done. Give this a wee wipe over. Right, for this, I'm going to scribble onto my glass cutting mat. Use my aqua painter. Splodge a bit of water on. Give it a wee dance about. And then I'm going to come from the centre. And this isn't watercolour card, this is just normal cardstock. And come out. Okay. Because I want this to be really pale and just have a wee touch of colour on it. I don't want it to be really dark. Yeah, I think that looks alright. Right, so I'm going to just, at the edges up here, I'm actually going to scribble out another wee bit of my marker and actually pick it up neat type of thing. So I'm just scribbling that on, and I'm just picking it up. Yes, my aqua painter is damp, but I'm not putting water on it, so it'll be a lot stronger. And I'm just going to come round the edges, and this will blend out a bit because there's water on the actual image, because I've already kind of watercoloured it. It will kind of, and you'll see where up there's a wee mark. So I went over that. I'm kind of going along the black lines just to accentuate where the shading is. So again, I'm just going around, and it is really subtle. It's not extra dark or, and I'm just coming into the centre because I want that obviously being the stamen area. That would be a bit darker anyway. Right, so I'm going to clean my marker, my water painter. Let that go. Typical. Oh, I'll find it after. Right, so give that a wee wipe up. And it's just water based, so a wee scoosh and that's it, clean. Perfect. Perfect. Right. Oh, I need to tie my hair up as well because that's annoying me. Right, so I'm going to put that like that, I think. Just turn it that way. Yeah, like that. So I am going to put this down flat. So I've got a little bit of Kalau here, so I'll use that. I just like this because it's really fast drying. So I'm just putting a tiny wee bit on the edge because I will eventually try and turn my leaves up a little bit. I don't like my leaves totally flat. And then this I want up on a dimensional. Right, so just give that a wee clean over. Where are my dimensionals gone to? Because I know I had a couple left last night when I was tidying up. Ah, here. There we go. So I think one in the centre should be enough. And what I'm going to do here is, where is my little pokey tool? That's up there. I'm just going to curve the edges ever so slightly, and my card is still wet from the watercolouring, so it's not the easiest task. And then I'm just kind of pushing my finger into the centre. Okay, so I want that around there, making sure I don't obscure the word happy. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit of Winker Stella to that too. Let's give it a wee bit of something. There we go. And we'll add a wee, that would be a nice idea actually. Let me think. That must not one too. Right. I'm thinking the glitter dots for that side. Is that a bit of water there? No. There's a bit of glue. Right, so glitter dots. Put them in there. I put one in the centre of that. Might need a darker one. Let me just see here a minute though. 1, 2, and 3. And then I'll put the really dark one on there, I think. Yeah, perfect. That's me done. A nice happy birthday. Not using loads of supplies. We have used Whisper White card base, some basic black. Now I have used that as a strip, but you saw my technique with using that. Do the same with your black. Cut it into a 2-inch strip and then just add them. Turn it over and do it back to front. So you're layering up your layers and it will work just as well. Use your scraps and you can make perfect cards like this easily. And then obviously you're just using the one stamp set. You have used the Lemon Lime Twist for all your colouring. And you can see a little bit of the Winker Stella shimmering away. It's gorgeous. And those little glitter dots just add something extra. So I hope you like that. I hope you have a wee go at it. Use up your scraps. And as I said, this was kinda a play on it. This is kind of an upscaled version of it. This is very basic. And as I said on the video for this, I would maybe give this to a colleague or a neighbour or I don't know. I wouldn't give this to someone special, put it that way. It's not fancy enough. I would need to jazz it up for that. But this one, I would definitely give to someone I really cared about because it's an elevated version of that. And it's actually got less supplies on this one because you're only really using your Whisper White 1 DSP, where realistically you could get away with 2, 4, 8 centimeters of DSP and 4 centimeters of your black, basic black, and that's it. There's no anything extra. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.